Welcome to another episode of Taste Test Fridays. Yes, we are back again with me, your boy, of course. This is CPG 101 Eric. And I am back again for another Friday with a new product, more CPG beverages for y'all to rock out on, and for y'all to hear reviews about, and for me to try. And like I always say every episode, all products are all paid for by moi. And if anything's sponsored, I will let you know. So I don't want you to think anybody is out here just buying reviews or anything like that. I'm actually going to be paying for it and tasting it. So when you're cutting out your own pocket tasting things, yeah, you're going to give a good review, honest review. And then on top of that, a review so that you can save yourself, just in case if you've been seeing a product and you're wondering if you should buy it or not, let my reviews help you if you should buy or you should not buy. So I got my trusty list. No envelopes today. I've been recycling the paper like my mom taught me. But so with that being said, we got two good beverages today. Today we have Don't Quit Protein Soda. Yes, I was in the store. I was walking. Doop, 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 doop. I was like, don't quit. Yeah, don't quit. And then I saw the bottom, protein soda. So I was like, all right, got to pick it up. It'll be great for the show. And that's why we're here. So just giving a rundown of Don't Quit Protein Soda. The retail price where I picked up in the store was about $2.19 to $2.39, depending on where you get it. The locations of where you can buy Don't Quit Protein Soda. The locations you can buy it: Walmart, Albertsons, Safeway, Jewel Osco, Acme Marts, and also Shaw Markets. So Don't Quit Protein Soda is definitely making waves, making buzz by being in all these different locations. Jewel Osco is a location up in Chicago. They're on the flight. They're all in that Midwest area. And then Albertsons is everywhere. Safeway is really big on that West Coast. And then, of course, Walmart is Wally World is Wally World. And Acme Marts and Shaw Marts in their respective regions as well, too. So let's read about it like we always do. All right. So you got a protein meter on the side. You got 0, 5, 10, 15. So you can see that on the side. That's the protein meter. All right. And it got some call outs right here. Protein soda. Anytime delicious protein, refreshing and easy to digest. Zero sugar, no artificial flavors or colors. It's got a barcode said don't quit and don't quit. Nutrition facts: 60 calories in this can, which is a 12-ounce can. Total carbohydrates, less than 1 gram. Total sugars, 0. Protein, this one has 15 grams of protein in this little can, 12 ounce. And of course, there's 0 sugar, so there's probably turquoise in it. So there's carbohydrate water, whey protein isolate, natural flavors, citric acid from the cassava, L-malic acid, sodium citrate, sucralose, mushroom extract to preserve quality. It contains milk, and it was made at Don't Quit LLC, El Segundo, California. All right, so Don't Quit, and now, of course, I got fruit punch. They had different flavors, but me personally, I like to try the flavor that everybody should be able to get right. There's just certain flavors of CPG that you got to get right. Fruit punch, cherry, strawberry, raspberry, lemon berry, watermelon. Certain flavors you just got to get right. If you don't get these flavors right, then you probably need to go back to the R&D. So let's go ahead and pour this Don't Quit. Don't quit. Throw me a don't quit. I kind of remind me of Simpsons with the Duff Man. Ooh, kind of shook it up a little bit. So as you can see, it's fruit punch, but it's white. It's very rare when you get a fruit punch nowadays where it's actually red. Except back in the day. Back in the day, as a kid, fruit punch would be all red, but then it will also have food coloring, a whole bunch of sugar, and a whole bunch of other stuff that was bad for us. So that was the reason why it was red, if you ever just wondered. So as you can see, got the white carbohydrate, carbonated, not carbohydrate, carbonated. All right, let's give it a taste. Hmm. That's I think I'm very impressed, Doc Whip. I didn't know really what to expect when you tell me a soda has 15 grams of protein and 0 sugar. That's very different to put protein in a soda. Most people don't do that, so it's very different. So you don't really know, especially in the ingredients where they say whey protein isolate. So whey protein isolate. Whey is like the whole protein whey, and then we whole whey. I mean protein whey. That's the kind of stuff that you kind of put the water in, take the sugar, boom, boom, boom. So it's kind of different by somebody having whey protein in a soda. Never really been done before that I know of. So whoever thought about that, they definitely hit the hit on that one. Okay, I like that. I like that. Good job, don't quit. I like that. So if I had to break down what I give don't quit with all the call outs that they tell you on the side, I had to give them an 8. I give 8 CPG heads right now. Of course, you know why they can't get a 10. They don't have a story on it. You know, that's a big factor for me because a lot of times nowadays, with so many brands being out there on the market, to differentiate yourself from everybody else, you got to let me know your story because the story allows me to connect with you at a level that I may never ever get to be. Because if I don't go to your Instagram, if I don't go to your social media, if I don't go to your TikTok, if I don't go to your fan base account, how will I ever know about you as the owner and what your story was? So a story on the can helps out a lot. And then the simple fact that being able to tell your story, tell why you started, what is your why, helps me connect with you. So even though they don't have that, they do have a lot of good call outs. The official flavors of dyes, zero sugar, refreshing easy, anytime delicious. They have a protein meat on the side telling you that this drink has this much protein in it. So I think that's cool. And then on top of that, the ingredients and nutrition labels are easy to read. And then they also tell you, hey, refrigerate after opening, consume within 24 hours. Use this product as a food supplement only. Do not use for weight reduction. So that's good for that because they're like, it's protein. So I give them an 8. I give you guys an 8. I like the call outs. I like the label. I like how it taste, and I like how you use whey protein, put it in a soda, and make it delicious where it doesn't taste chalky, it doesn't taste funky, it doesn't taste good. It matches all together. Your R&D did a great job with this fruit punch. So good job. Don't quit. Good job. All right. So our next beverage is De La Calle Tepache. It's a modern Mexican soda. And I picked prickly pear. That's the flavor. It has so many flavors. So I picked prickly pear because I tried the prickly pear, I think, at Whataburger, and it was really good. So I was like, yo, let me try the prickly pear. So, and this goes in, like I said, some Mexican soda, so like Latino market, Hispanic market, they drink a lot of it. Like I said, our show is very diverse. So we're gonna try a little bit of everything. Don't matter where it comes from. You know, whose religion, whose culture, whose background, don't matter who it is. This is food, CPG. We gonna try it and we gonna see what's up with it. So when it comes to De La Cala Tepache, the Mexican soda, you can find them in Whole Foods, Walmart, HEB, Albertsons, and Fresh Market. So they're moving around. They're getting around. You know, Whole Foods is a big player. HEB is super big in Texas, which I'm not surprised because, like I said, some Mexican soda, so they should be here. And then Walmart, Wally World, and then Fresh Market is also good. So when I purchased this in the store, the retail price was going around $2.29. So hey, that's a good price for a 12 ounce. So yeah, so let's read about it. Salud. We infuse tradition with refreshing twists, crafting the first modern Mexican soda. De La Cal is inspired by the Thomas Hair Tapache, a beloved fermented pineapple drink savored in the streets of Mexico. High in vitamin C, craft fermented prickly pear, a harmonious blend of sweet and tart prickly pear reminiscent of watermelon, pear, and citrus. The nutrition facts: 35 calories, total carbs 16, protein 0, total sugar 6. It includes 4 added sugars. So I know a lot of other Taste Test Fridays. I was reading this and saying, okay, it's 6 grams of sugars plus another 6, making it 12. I was wrong. And a lot of those videos I did fix and leave comments at the bottom. I gotta tell you before, as CPG, we're all learning each and every day. I went and spoke to a nutritionist who actually does labels for CPG. So what it means is when something says total sugar 6 and then it says included 4 added sugars, that means out of the whole 6 grams of sugar, 4 of them is actually sugar and the other 2 could be from something else like the fruit, the pear, or whatever else. So when it says 4 grams added sugar, out of the 6, 4 of those grams are really just sugar and the other 2 are sugars that came from the fruit. So they were able to break that down for me, which I appreciate. And like I said before, it's always learning. If I make a mistake, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. That's what it's about. It's a community. We're all learning. We're all getting better. And that's what it's all about, baby. So the ingredients: carbohydrate water, tapache, prickly pear puree, ethanol, natural flavors, agave, fiber, cactus, lime juice concentrate, cinnamon, black pepper, mesquite powder, absorbic acid, vitamin C, rosemary extract. Organic ingredients: And ferment Tepache cultures fruit, juice concentrates, pineapple, orange, apple, grapefruit, lemon, lime, tomato, and turbidina sugar. And this was manufactured in, of course, LA, baby. LA. Los Angeles, of course, California. So, and as you always say, so it's like my bridge word I always like to use. So that's just me. Smells good too. Look at it. It looks like a pear. Smells good too. Definitely different. Oof, that's strong. You could smell the pear. And what else is that? Boy, that is strong. They're not playing with this. I smell something else. Ooh, the cinnamon. That's what that is. Ooh, they're not playing. Yeah. What I said, whenever I try beverages that are different from the Hispanic or any other cultures, it's always interesting to see what's like the most popular things that do well, will sell, and it's just different from my palate that I'm not used to trying. But you know it's good, but it's different. Like another episode, I tried a Korean juice, and it was good. It was different from my palate, but it was good. And that's the thing about CPG. You gotta get out in your comfort zone. I think so many times with CPG being dominated by certain people, we have to get out and be welcome to everybody. We need to be inclusive. We need to be open into everybody. You know what I'm saying? We need to be inclusive of everybody. We don't need to exclude anybody from it. We need to open everything up for all people's backgrounds, for all people's ages, races, whoever it is, you know? So that's why I enjoy it, especially, working with people who are different, trying different products from different people and things like that. And I'm bringing that up because when I tried this, I'm like, whoa, this is different. And it just makes me think about why I love trying different brands of products that I normally wouldn't try on the regular and being able to do it on this show with you all, it's just been exciting for me. Now, what do I give it? I give it an 8. I give it an 8. You know why? They told me what they're about. We're infused tradition, refreshing twist, crafting the first modern Mexican soda. So they told me about the story of modern Mexican soda, about why they do a modern Mexican soda. They didn't tell me who the owners are. They didn't tell me about the people, so I had to kind of guess that. I'm gonna have to give them a 7. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give them a 7, not an 8. And the reason, so make sure now the head should pop up with a 7. And the reason for a 7 is because they didn't tell me their story about why they created it. And they didn't have that many call outs. They had a salute, they had a vitamin C, craft fermented, but I prefer if they had more call outs on the side, like did this, did this, did this. I would prefer a little bit more call outs. And then the other thing is, I like the purple, I like the color, but I kind of wish it would stick out a little bit more. Because when I purchased this, I had a hard time trying to read this black on this purple, and it was kind of hard. Maybe if this black would have been a little bit white, that'd have been it. But other than that, the taste is delicious, and those are the only things. It's the call outs. I didn't know about the story, and I kind of didn't like how I couldn't really barely read the story when I first picked up the can. I had to kind of deal with it though. So that's it. Same with the nutrition. Kind of been good they put that in the white. That would have been it. But as far as the product, it's very good. This is definitely I could tell crafted is a Mexican soda, has a different taste. The cinnamon, I would have never think to put cinnamon and prickle pear. I would have never expected to do all that. But hell, you can see the fermented at the bottom too. See at the bottom? Boy, I just love trying different stuff. So yeah, I give them 7. That's the only reason why. Just because the call outs, I didn't know the rest of the story, why they did it, who's their why. And then a couple stuff on the label very hard for me to read. Good thing this is easy to read, but the story's hard to read and nutrition's kind of hard to read. I was kind of like this, even with the light off, like this. And I was like that in the store too when I purchased it as well too. But with all that being said, I want to say thank you for tuning in to me for another Taste Test Fridays. Another one. Another one. But yeah, like I said, every Friday we'll be trying different CPG products. We'll be trying different beverages, food, whatever it may be. If you have any ideas, suggestions of things that I should try, leave them in the comments below. Leave them in the comments below. And like I say in every video, please, please, please don't forget to pass this video around like a hot mixtape in the screen. And also, like and subscribe, like, subscribe. And I always say thank you once again for me. Your boy, this is CPG 101. Eric. Thank you.